Welcome to episode 105 of Crosstown Cardboard. We're calling this one Waiting to be Subbed In. And I'm sure a New York Knicks reference is coming because the whole reason this is named Crosstown is because I myself, Carmine at Carmine's Cards, grew up in Westchester County, New York. Craig at New York City Sports Cards grew up in Long Island, New York. Crosstown, cross New York City. And here we are together virtually for Crosstown Cardboard, episode 105. And we're calling this Waiting to be Subbed In because, Craig, honestly, both of us have taken a little bit of a break from the hobby, but not too long because we never miss an episode here on Crosstown Cardboard, 104 in a row, even though we actually planned this one ahead the last two episodes with our great interview with our friend Vadim at Bagels and Wax from New York City. And also, we recorded an episode before you went to Greece on this great vacation with your wife, Rachel. So, what has it been like sitting on the sidelines a little bit, waiting to be subbed in, and taking a slight break from the sports card hobby?
Great to see you. Hopefully, we still remember how to do this. So far, so good. Your introduction's crushed as always.
Thanks,
Funny because I actually have some pickups from Long Island. I have some pickups from New York City. So we're keeping the theme of the episode consistent here.
Mm-hmm.
But the episode was going to be titled Watching from the Sidelines because for me, there was a good 2 to 3 week stretch where I wasn't really buying cards. I wasn't really transacting. I was just observing, watching from the sidelines, consuming content, being in Greece, sitting on a lounge chair, staring out into the Mediterranean Ocean. Yes, I'm reading my book, and then amidst the book and the sun-kissed naps and great conversation with my wife, you peek on your phone to see what's going on at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I had zero FOMO because, like I said, I'm sitting on the beach, staring at the Mediterranean Sea, eating fresh seafood. Having said that, I was still seeing what was going on, and the event, Fanatics Fest, looked absolutely incredible. And I'm glad that it looked incredible. Anyone that I know that went had a good time. So for me, I was just watching from the sidelines, seeing what was happening, enjoying the content, seeing what looked like a great event. Because why would I not want an amazing card-related event happening in New York City?
Right.
So listen, we're always going to be buying and selling and collecting cards forever. It's okay to have a 2 to 3 week stretch where I'm just sitting back and watching, but waiting to be subbed in. So always staying prepared, always staying fresh. And when I got back from Greece, I was right back in the mix. So
yeah,
we talked about like real life things happening, why you got to take a step back. Obviously, me physically being in Greece for 10 days, can't buy cards, and then also the weeks leading up to it, I have to be like financially responsible. I'm about to go on a big vacation. I should probably hold off on the spending, not doing too much with cards, and just focusing on work, focusing on finances, and just putting the cards on the back burner for a minute.
Yeah, good idea to do that. I remember going to Italy recently and had kind of a similar thing, but we also talked about when you're in vacation mode, you're more relaxed. And that's when I actually bought that Randy Moss Flawless Reebok patch auto 1 of 1 and just dropped $3,000 while I was in Italy because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was really in a good mode to be comfortable and spend money. But I saw some content. I was also waiting to be subbed in and on the sideline a little bit, Craig, because I'm getting ready for a big college football season. Of course, we have the Clemson Tigers, the South Carolina Gamecocks, and we just became the official station of the Clemson Tigers.
Congrats.
So we got all these new projects going on and taking up a lot of time away from cards, which is fine. But like you said, we're always a little bit active. I was consuming some sports card content from one of my favorite Instagram pages at New York City Sports Cards, and I saw this dashing guy who was actually doing some card stuff in Greece. So can you please tell the faithful listeners and viewers of Crosstown Cardboard how you incorporated cards into your trip?
Funny that when I started the trip, I said to Rachel, I set the over-under at 0.5. How many New York Knicks jerseys or T-shirts or something would we see? We are in Athens for no less than 1 hour in the morning, grabbing coffee with the locals. Guy sits at a table right next to me. rocking a Stephon Marbury Knicks jersey. An
Oh, I
hour
would
in.
not have expected a Stephon
I
Marbury
know.
Knicks. I was gonna say Yankees hat because I saw dozens of Yankees
I
hats in
saw
Italy.
so many Yankees hats in Greece.
Yeah, yeah, I was blown away
Probably
by the
dozens as
flavor.
well. But an
Yeah,
hour into my trip, I saw a Yankees jersey, not Yankees, a Knicks jersey, the Marbury, and I never saw another one again.
right.
So I
Wow.
got that out of the way. But I say that to say, I said at the end of one of our last episodes, because I listened back, that I'm like, somehow, some way, I'm going to find trading cards in Greece. Now, I did post on my story. Anyone know any shops? And I guess there's a shop called Trace and Chase, nowhere near where I was, but nice to know there is a hobby shop that exists somewhere in the large country of Greece.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking around the Plaka in Athens, which is just like a bunch of small little shops, almost like they're one next to each other. Kind of gives you like a holiday market, but beach vibe kind of thing, if I could explain it best. And as you're walking around, we're looking at little jewelry and tchotchkes. And then I saw some Pokemon. When I see Pokemon, I think breadcrumbs. I'm like, okay, like there might be something here.
Yeah,
I
you're
turn
close.
the corner, I see some sports, and then boom, little packs of trading cards. This could have been like a pack of cards that someone produced in their home and it was just like a bootleg pack. But nonetheless, for €2, I got a little pack of soccer cards. I opened the pack in front of the Acropolis and it made for some good content and it was really good fun. So I didn't know what the cards were. There wasn't a brand or a logo or a name or anything on them, but it was just little playing cards.
They're just Greek cards.
I had to open the pack, to order to see what was in it. So yes, technically I opened a pack of cards in Greece. We're counting that as a win.
Wow. So that checks it off because I was doubting you. I didn't know what the
Never
card
not.
scene was going to be like, but in the little market area, you were able to find some cards.
First day we were there, I found the trading cards, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore.
That was a pretty cool scene to watch you opening a pack in front of the Acropolis. That was like, wow. I was like, I should have opened up a pack in front of an iconic place in Italy.
Next time.
Panini. I mean, that would make sense. Italy, Panini.
I've seen other pack opening people on YouTube bring packs with them on vacation and open it there. That's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same as a no brand open in front of the Greek Acropolis.
It can be. But yeah, right. So other than that little fun €2 pack, I was just observing what was happening at Fanatics Fest. Like I said, I scroll through stories here and there. I'm on vacation, so I'm really not trying to spend too much time looking at cards. But I like to stay tuned in, plugged in, because as you said, on vacation, you're in the right mindset. So I love being able to take time on vacation, read a little, and also just kind of reflect on everything. So for me, reflect on life, health, my job, coaching, my hobbies, cars, and you just get a chance to think back and reflect on everything while you're on the sidelines watching, just waiting to be subbed in because it's game on when you get back from Greece. And boy, did we get moving when I came back.
Okay. So when you're on the sidelines, so like if you're taking an Italian vacation and you're on the bench, you might be like Dante DiVincenzo, get that Italian. I really wish I could have opened a pack in front of the Coliseum or something like that, maybe next time. But, and of course, you're a fan of the Greek Freak, Giannis. When you got subbed back in, you got back to the States. Let me know why we didn't name this waiting on the sideline and why we did name it being subbed in, because you've already had some action going on since being back.
I thought it was going to be called waiting on the sideline as of a few days ago, but I had to. So my parents, they still live on Long Island. They watched Teddy, my dog, which has made several appearances, a recurring guest on this podcast for sure.
Yeah.
So they watched him on Long Island. So I had to go back to Long Island to obviously pick him up and get him. So we got a little lunch in the town of Huntington, really nice village. And in Huntington is a shop called Cow Over the Moon. One of my local card shops growing up. Brian, the owner, he's like a longtime family friend. It's a toy store. They do memorabilia, some cards, but I was able to pick up a few things. Brian's my guy. And I think you're going to like the two cards that I picked up. So this is me going back to one of my childhood shops, hanging out with Brian, who has known me since I was like 25 years ago. So to go back there, to still chop it up with him and pick up some cards is always a fun time.
When was the last time you were back there?
I still go once a year.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes even more. If I see my parents, we'll get something to eat. We'll go to the shop. It's
Yeah,
light work.
pick up some tickets.
Exactly. This is not the ticket shop. The ticket shop's the one in Queens, but still, that's a good reference right there.
Sorry, I overdid it on the nostalgia. I'm sorry.
So I got two cards here. He told me he recently picked up a big collection, did really well on it, similar to like how I picked up that collection. I was able to give friends some good deals. So he gave me a good deal on a couple cards. The first one you're gonna like.
Okay.
This is the 2010 Upper Deck World of Sports All-Star Apparel. You received a trading card with a Tiger Woods tournament worn memorabilia.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
wow. Upper Deck World of Sport.
All right, so you're a golf guy. And I actually already sold this to Mikey Likes It Cards, who is a podcast listener.
Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah, also a golf guy. And he is trying to collect 3 autographs from Palmer, Nicholas, and Tiger. So he told me to show you this on the pod because he knew you would appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
An Arnold Palmer autograph that he got.
Nice. Okay, that's cool.
So along with the Tiger
Arnold Palmer has a great something about these golf guys. They probably because they have such a good touch, around the green, short game. You'd imagine their touch with the pen is also amazing. Arnold Palmer, great autograph.
Great
Tiger Woods, great autograph. I mean, very cool.
So I got the Tiger, and then I also picked up a 2001 Bleecker Tradition Coach's Corner, Pat Riley on-card autograph.
Oh, I like that.
So this was fun. That was just a fun get.
I like both of those. Pat Riley, what a legend with that slick back.
It is a Heat card, though, so kind of a rival, but still, it's fun to pick up the types of cards that you don't really see a lot.
Yeah, could have preferred the Lakers with Magic with the championship. Yeah. But that's great. What year is that? What year are those from?
2010 is the Tiger Woods, and 2001 is the Pat Riley. He gave me a good deal on these. I'm happy to sell the Tiger to Mikey for a good deal, and I might grade this actually. Looks kind of centered. Decent corners. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. I like the old school picture on the Tiger.
Stanford, right?
Yeah. Yep. He was an couple-time amateur champ before turning pro. So,
yeah. So that was a little trip back home. Always fun to go back home, see my parents, go to the shop. You never know what you're going to get. So $50 for these two. Really good deal he gave me.
That's great. Yeah. That seemed like a good deal. Well, Craig, speaking of good deals, we had our 4th deal between each other of all time. We've really, ever since our first deal, we had that long hiatus, the first deal that initially brought us together about a year before starting the podcast. And since then, in the last few months, we've really ramped it up. We've done 3 deals recently. And this one was for the 1988 Fleer Dennis Rodman rookie in-person auto, graded with PSA 10 auto grade, no card grade, but pretty good deal. What was it, 130?
130, yeah. And as we said, interesting observation. There seems to be a big discrepancy in the on-card, like in-person autographs between authentic grade and just the PSA 10 auto grade. Mm-hmm. There seems to be a large discrepancy between that. So just an interesting observation I made.
Oh, yeah, definitely. People love the PSA 10 auto grade. And I think it does make a big difference between just the auto authentic versus the PSA 10 auto. And even if it's not visually different, like a lot of those auto authentic grades, they looked fine too on the same card. But once you have the PSA 10 auto grade, it's in perfect condition. And I mean, when you're getting an in-person auto, you're really only getting it for the auto for the most part. I mean, that's the biggest, most important quality. So, but you know what I want, any viewers and listeners, if you know the answer to this question, because I know, Craig, we were talking about it too. On the PSA label, this one says trading card on the top, and it doesn't say 1988 Fleer. And that's also a big price discrepancy between these Dennis Rodman rookies that are labeled 1988 Fleer and the ones that are labeled trading cards. So I would love for somebody to write in, because I know we have a couple theories, but I don't know for sure what is different between the trading card label and the 1988 Fleer label.
I'm
And
curious too.
yeah, and I don't know if it's just authenticating the card, but I've also seen online that sometimes PSA grades not authentic cards and puts trading card. So I'd love to know what the difference is between those two labels of the actual card versus just the trading card label.
I'd be curious as well. Speaking of PSA, by the way,
Okay.
I finally got that ticket graded, the Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, that little stub.
Yeah.
Oof, rough go with PSA. I mean, they took a whole 4 months just to tell me that that was a PSA 1.
Wow. What were you expecting from it?
Oh, of course it's a PSA 1. It's just 4 months to tell me that. 4 months. 4 months.
You think they should speed it up if it's a worse grade?
Listen, it's one item. April 4th they took it in, and then it was whatever.
Wow.
Whatever.
Did you get the label? Did you get the label you wanted? I'm excited to see it back in hand.
See, funny, I did, and something's wrong with this order that the picture of the label's not showing up. Or like you see when you type in the serial number, just the pictures. They usually provide the picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're shipping it back, so we'll find out soon enough.
Okay. That'd be good. Are you going to try to sell that or keep it?
TBD.
Oh, okay. You have to feel it when you grab it in hand. You have to see your connection to it.
It's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Before we get into the next experience, we got a nice cool to cost ratio card here.
Okay.
Obsidian, that brand?
Yeah.
The Flood. Look at this Brunson orange. Look at a little color match.
Yeah. I always love a good color match.
So this is what? 2023, 24, Obsidian, Jalen Brunson, the Knicks uniform, orange color match. It goes with the uniform. It goes with the basketball. Numbered out of 99. It's $25. Super cool for the price, I thought.
Okay. That's a resale option?
I don't know. I'm just buying the stuff that I like, and if I keep it, I keep it. If I move it, I move it. Well, figure it out.
That's a good spot to be in. That's always the spot we like to be in with cards that we pick up for potential inventory.
Speaking of picking up cards for potential inventory.
Oh.
Hey now. This past, what was it, Sunday? Me and Rachel were bopping around New York City. She had to go to Lower East Side to go to Economy Candy, which is an iconic candy store. She needs to pick up some green candy for a bachelorette party. Whatever. I digress. That's in the Lower East Side. Bleecker was doing their weekend showcase spectacular, which they do once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So they have it Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 7, pizza, chilling, free admission. You already know what it is. So I said, Rachel, let's go to Bleecker first. We'll hang there for 30 minutes. I told her 10 minutes. It ended up being 30 minutes. And then,
10 minutes? She must know that was a lie. You're going to go into Bleecker for 10 minutes?
I said 15. It ended up being 30, but it was well worth it. And we got to the candy store on time. Always good. Listen, we go to the West Village. You walk around. You walk to the Lower East Side. It's the best. It was a beautiful weekend day. Anyway, to the cards. So the people at Bleecker, Alex is one of my friends who works there, and he just does like buying and selling for Bleecker. He had a whole bunch of stuff in a big briefcase. You've seen the Bleecker briefcase. It's organized chaos.
I haven't seen the Bleak case.
Bleecker case. Like the one
that what I'm saying. Briefcase, Bleecker, Bleak case.
No.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't mean to infringe on your territory. Sorry. Keep going.
But you know what I'm talking about. The big, not the case, the briefcase, the giant Zion case, just rows of filled with like randomness.
Okay.
You were there. You were with me. And
Jake's briefcase.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
There's the Bleecker Zion case. Like it's their stores.
I didn't know that was like their own custom thing.
It's not. Oh man, we're totally not in sync right now.
I'm sorry, bro. It's just a huge Zion case that they happen to own.
Yes.
Okay.
And within that Zion case is Bleecker's inventory.
Okay, I got it.
You saw that because we were with Jake at National.
I remember seeing it.
Okay. You have no idea what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I remember seeing it. I made a trade with Jake.
There you go.
Using something I found in that briefcase.
Okay. Wow, we're off the rails right now. Anyway, Alex starts pulling out some cards that I like. 2005 playoff absolute memorabilia. And that was just one of my favorite sets. I think I maybe opened one box when I was a kid. Couldn't really afford it. It was like a little bit higher end, but it had 4 packs, and the packs were in these like clamshell plastic cases. So I ended up getting a really nice haul from Bleecker.
Okay.
And from the '05 Absolute Memorabilia was this Tony Gwynn. Look at this. Game worn jersey pants, bat, another pants, and a sweatband.
Oh
Numbered
my
out of
God,
30.
you got the guy's whole outfit in one card.
There's so much DNA on this card. Numbered out of 35. Another Crosstown Cardboard legend, '05 Absolute Memorabilia, Mike Piazza.
Wow.
Jumbo game worn pants, double pinstripe, numbered out of 150.
Tony Gwynn and Mike Piazza have to be on the Crosstown Cardboard Mount Rushmore.
Of just athletes. Same set, '05 Absolute, Hank Aaron, numbered out of 100, game worn jersey, bat, hat.
Wow. What's the grade on that?
PSA 8. Doesn't really matter for this stuff.
Okay, that's good.
And then this one's super cool. Same thing, '05 Absolute, Nolan Ryan, game worn bat and patch with the autograph, numbered out of 5.
Wow, that's cool.
I actually sold this one to Augustino.
Oh, Augustino, our boy.
Included in that lot was also this Joe DiMaggio Upper Deck Trilogy game worn bat.
Okay.
And a Jalen Brunson 2023 Prism PSA 10 blue fast break. I thought I was going to walk into Bleecker for 10 minutes and just kick it, say hi to some friends, grab some pizza, and then I'm there for 30 minutes and I pick up this super cool lot of some '05 Absolute, some Brunson, and it was just a good vibe.
What did that lot run you?
What do you think?
Can you hold it up again?
Yeah.
Not just for the thumbnail, but also so I can. Hold on. Well, let's get our faces in there so we can get a good thumbnail.
Yeah, your favorite thumbnail is me holding up the card and just your face. You're just kind of trying to get extra screen time.
That's all. I'm just a selfish on-camera guy. All right, we got it. I think that was good. And I teased some of the cards I'm going to talk about in a second. Let me see. How many cards is it total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I always love guessing.
Fun, right? Joe DiMaggio bat.
Yeah.
The Hank Aaron quad relic. The Piazza jumbo relic. The Tony Gwynn 5 relic. Nolan Ryan patch auto. Brunson PSA 10 number out of 150. Give me a number.
250.
335.
Okay. That still seems pretty good.
Yeah. I'm very happy with it.
I love how those
Super cool
tools
stuff.
of the trade had so many
Dude,
different
what?
elements of the person's outfit.
Oh, remember the note that I sent to you that I said, make sure I don't forget this?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So there was another kid set up at Bleecker, right next to Alex, right next to where the Bleecker Zion case was.
Oh,
And-
hold on, the Bleak case?
So then there was this like 13-year-old kid that was with Rachel, and this was my first buy of the day. It was just a Josh Hart Obsidian purple numbered out of 49.
I mean, perfect guy for getting subbed in off the bench. What a role he played for the Knicks coming in relief duty.
Yeah, sitting on the sidelines waiting to be subbed in. So nice couple of Obsidian cards. But after I got the Absolute lot, that same kid, he had a bunch of ultra modern stuff. He showed me some Quentin Grimes and some RJ. I'm like, dude, miss me with this. So I said to him, I showed him the slot and I said verbatim, hey, what do you know about 2005 Absolute Memorabilia? He's like,
nothing.
So I said, educate yourself.
Do you feel like you really showed him on that one?
Well, I was just trying to put the newer collector onto some of the older, notable, iconic sets maybe that I really enjoyed. So I was showing him like the different relics and stuff, but you can't you like what you like.
Yeah. So did he now? How old is this kid?
13, 14.
Okay, so this is way before he was born.
Yeah.
Okay. So did he seem interested when you said educate yourself?
Not really.
Are you gonna try a different teaching method next time? Maybe a little bit more subtle to encourage him?
Yeah. I tried.
You tried. All right. Well, I mean, yeah. Speaking of game used memorabilia, though, Craig,
Talk to me.
a card that I picked up that you didn't educate me on it, but you did put it on my radar and send it to me on Instagram. It's from our good friend Ricky Williams, who we nearly met at the National 2 years ago
Another Crosstown legend.
Yeah, he is another Crosstown legend. And we met the guy who organized the Weed Bus tour with Ricky Williams, which we saw the
Again.
flyer. Yeah, the second time we met him. Yeah, because the
Amazing.
first time he tried to convince us at the National 2 years ago, he tried to convince us, hey, we got this weed tour with Ricky Williams. We're like, oh, that seems cool, but we want to focus more on the cards. And then at this last one, he was like, oh yeah, that's me. We just happened to run into him. But anyway, I got this card that you showed me on Instagram, and I was able to close the deal. This full game used letter patch of the M, or I guess it could be an upside down W. But in this card, it's an M of Ricky Williams from his early days with the Saints, before he had that ridiculous run on the Dolphins, but he was still good on the Saints. And it's numbered out of 8. So very cool. Game used letter. I'm a sucker for the game used letter patches.
And that's Leaf, right?
Yeah, that's Leaf.
You like you are good with those though.
I do like Leaf, and I have my Tom Brady game used full letter patch here, which is pretty cool. The Y.
Oh, you still have that? Have you tried to shop that one around?
Yeah, that's my Topps unique 1-of-1 game used full letter Tom Brady. I put it on Instagram sales. I put it on Facebook, but no real crazy interest in it. I think it's not really a big market, I guess, for the full game used letter patch. But
yeah, I'm guessing you haven't put it on eBay.
I haven't, but I think that would be a good eBay card, right?
Yeah, you're missing a golden opportunity with eBay. So many eyeballs. People, I don't know why people aren't willing to continue to sell on eBay. Yeah, I get the fees and stuff, but the eyeballs you're gonna get.
You're right. I should put it on eBay. Sure. And also this Ricky, like I have, and that's what I've been, because I'm about to move, so that's one of the reasons. Also, along with the college football season coming up, I'm about to move, so that's another reason why I'm waiting to be subbed in. But I think that putting some of these cards on eBay, because a lot of them have a unique or niche market, like a lot of the one of ones that you've put on eBay, like your David Johnson.
Yes, good memory.
Some of your others that you've had a lot of success with, once they get that number of eyeballs, you can easily make a sale. So I think that's the next evolution. While I'm thinking about when I'm getting subbed in, what I'm going to do first, I think that's what I should do, is list a lot of these more rare, unique, niche cards on eBay that just haven't sold publicly in years, some of them. So there's a collector out there for those cards. I just need to
100%
put it on eBay and expose it to enough people to see it.
So you're talking about it now. I want to see you be about it.
You're right. I have to put my words into action. I'm sitting on the bench. I'm begging for playing time. Once the coach subs me in, I have to be ready to perform like our Knicks did during the playoff run with all those subs.
Damn right they did. I'm going to Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart Saturday, September 7th. You know their podcast, the Roommates podcast?
Yeah, I just listened to it actually before recording this episode.
The most recent one with Jerry Ferrara?
Yeah.
I didn't listen yet. But
I was just tuning in, but I did hear the one with Tom Brady and Lil Wayne. That was fun.
Pretty cool. That was at Fanatics. Really cool.
Fanatics
I'm so happy Fanatics Fest looked like a super dope event.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about that for a second? Because while we were on the sidelines, on the bench, waiting to be subbed in, we were, seeing Fanatics Fest, and you couldn't go being in New York City, but you said you didn't have FOMO. But what was your takeaway from, like, how would you compare the National to Fanatics Fest? Because we went to the National and then we just absorbed Fanatics Fest, like through Instagram.
First thing about the Roommates podcast, they're doing a live recording in Central Park next Saturday. So I got tickets for that. Mikal Bridges, nice. John Stewart, JB Smoove, Stephon Marbury are all going to be guests. 15-minute walk from my apartment. I get to go see that live. Absolutely incredible.
That's cool.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You just had an idea.
I'm standing here right in front of me with a Brunson and Josh Hart Obsidian card, which I showed earlier. And organically, we started talking about the Roommates podcast. Oh, crazy.
What? That's a triple C, a Crosstown Cardboard coincidence. Wow. Are you going to try to get those signed at the live recording?
No, I'm just there to kick it.
Okay.
What were you saying though? I don't know. I feel weird and like not right speaking on in an event that I wasn't at.
No, just your perspective from absorbing it from the
Oh,
sideline.
it seemed like a total sports experience.
Yeah.
Athletes, interactive activities, trading cards, everything sports related. Whereas National or East Coast National is just trading cards,
Yeah.
and I think that's cool. A little something for everyone. Obviously, I
Yeah.
would have went. I could walk there. Obviously, I would have went if I was here. But by all accounts, everyone seemed to have fun and enjoyed the experience. It looked super cool. And that's only good for everyone. So
Yeah.
happy to see that.
And it's been a little while since it happened, but this is our first time talking since it happened. I loved how many athletes were there and being involved with the cards, like not just at the national, how they were just, doing signings and stuff, but with all these guys like actually in the field among the card show, Grant Williams pulling that Luka Doncic National Treasures RPA numbered out of 10, going crazy. Rob Gronkowski spiking the card next to Mealy
Oh, you were
Pops.
following. You knew what was going on.
Jameel, Spartanburg, South Carolina's finest, Mealy Pops, spiking the Gronk card with Rob Gronkowski right there was awesome. And then how about Kevin, the Captain 37, with his full-time in cards, all his Tom Brady autos and cards, and having Tom Brady right there looking at his showcase,
Buying
going
some
through
stuff.
that. Yeah, buying some stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's so cool.
That was awesome. So really cool to see like you said, I think that's a great way to sum it up, a full sports experience. But like, what a great advertisement for the hobby too. To see, like, if you're looking at an advertisement of Gatorade or Nike or things that you're like, oh, that athlete thinks that's cool, or they endorse that, or that's something they're interested in that they get behind. Obviously, they're getting paid boatloads of money to do it. But if you're looking at Fanatics Fest, you're like, wow, cards is something that these athletes are interested in, that they think is cool, that they're having a fun experience with. What a way to ingratiate the hobby to the casual sports fan.
Yeah.
And that was a great showing from Fanatics Fest for that.
Definitely. And East Coast National, the Westchester County show that you're familiar with.
Yeah, is that at the county center?
White Plains? It happened the same weekend, and look, there were two events that overlapped, but they were different, right? If you went to the one at the Westchester County Center, straight cards. Yes, they had autograph signers there, but that's just like if you don't want any of the other frills and stuff, just cards. You go to that. If you want the whole experience, you could have went to Fanatics Fest. It seemed like, again, I feel weird talking about events I wasn't at, but it was just, I don't know, it was cool. It was really cool to see, and everyone seemed like they had fun. So
yeah. And speaking of New York, Craig, I picked up this really cool Sabrina Ionescu 2023 Prism WNBA Color Blast from the New York Liberty WNBA Championship contenders. They lost in the finals last year, but I don't know. It's a PSA 10, only a pop 2.
I like that. Where'd you get that?
Very nice. I got this on an Instagram story sale, but I just thought it was a great price. I got it for $420.
Dope.
So I was living the high life with this purchase.
Caitlin, Cold Lunch Cards would like that. She's a WNBA collector.
Yeah, so maybe I'll hit up Caitlin. Great to see her at the National. Was others receiving votes for our honorable mention, or did she make the team?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
She easily could have been on our all national team. But this is pretty cool. I mean, Color Blast, one of the best players in the league, Olympic gold medalist recently too, and only a pop 2 and a PSA 10.
It's a good get.
That's pretty good. Again, maybe it's an eBay card. I mean, would this be an eBay potential?
Pop 2, which means you're not going to see that card on eBay. That's what you have to consider. Yeah, you'll be the only one on eBay.
And that means that a collector would probably pounce on the opportunity.
That's a no-brainer. And that's like an easy tactic to use when selling a unique card. If you're the only one on eBay, you have all the leverage.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe you've given me something to think about here when I sub myself back in a little bit more.
You want to hear a pretty cool hobby experience I had today? And I mean, listen, talk about being ready to be subbed in when you've been sitting on the sidelines. I had to be like, I was given no warm up today. I was thrown right into the game.
Wow.
And I had to perform at a high level with no warm up.
Wow. So you were like Tim Hardaway Jr.
No warm up. And crunch time.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. This sounds very dramatic.
So I went to, I think you're going to enjoy this whole thing. So I went to my local card shop, Alex's MVP, as I do.
Yep.
So nice to have a card, like a classic card shop too. Not hole in the wall because they actually have a really nice space, but brick and mortar mom and pop shop. It's right on York Avenue on the Upper East Side. To have that a 10-15 minute walk away is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And to have a good relationship with them. So I'm browsing. I don't know what I'm going to get. My thought was, I'll get a $5-10 card, value box stuff here and there, just to get my fix, maybe a low end pack or two. So I helped them organize their soccer cards, and
you love doing that for a little card collateral when you
exactly
help
so
organize soccer
I
cards.
do that for them. And the last time I did, he priced them out after I helped them organize, and they put them into cardboard boxes, either like 2 rows or maybe just like 1 row but smaller. So they're not out on display, but you could like sift through them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they don't have any soccer cards out on display. So I noticed in the showcase they had some of the soccer cards that I priced not on display, but just in a little cardboard box next to some hockey, next to some empty space. So I said to the owner, I'm like, what's the story here? You got all this open space. You got some beautiful color soccer cards. I mean, you can make a whole rainbow out of those cards in there. So he takes out the box. He moves the hockey cards aside. He says, have at it.
Okay.
So I basically this was 15 minutes before close. I had 15 minutes. I'm sending you a picture right now. I had 15 minutes and half of 1 row in a showcase to take all those soccer cards that are in top loaders that were in value boxes to make the display myself.
Wow. Okay.
So I was basically constructing the shop's soccer card display for them because they don't have any soccer cards out. There's a baseball showcase, a basketball showcase, a football showcase, maybe a little soccer sprinkled in on the other side. So he gave me a little section to have some fun with, and I had 15 minutes. So I just texted you a picture of the display that I was able to come up with, and I want to know your thoughts, initial reaction.
Okay. Let's look at it here.
And there's levels to this. That was the space I was given to work with, and there were way more cards with that. So I had to be strategic as far as what cards I put out, the order at which I did it, and so forth. So what are your thoughts when you see that? For a shop that had no soccer display, that was the display that I assigned, basically.
Yeah, I think it's good. There you go. The real A-list guys are on the bottom. Well, you do have Ronaldinho in the middle, but
with Jude and Xavi's next to him, and Mbappe next to him. And of course Yamal. My boy.
Lamine Yamal, yeah.
There's there's levels to this too, because if you zoom in on the back row, can you read the colors from left to right, please?
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue, purple, camo.
I was having a little fun with that, different select parallels in the rainbow.
Okay. And then, but I do like if you're just looking down and you know what I like about this is that you're going from the hockey area, and then if you need to be attracted into soccer, you look down and you see the A-listers right away because you see Messi, Haaland, Messi, and that will probably encourage your eyes to continue to go to the rest of the soccer display. I think the Ronaldinho in the middle is pretty eye-catching because it's
$10, right? Like to be able to get a Ronaldinho card for $10. That was my thought.
Yeah, cool. And it's a different design. Like you can clearly see his face in the jersey, so he's a pretty recognizable guy, and that would be a good one if you're just quickly glancing in the case that you would recognize and probably keep looking in. Yeah, I think it's cool. You got the autographs mostly toward the bottom.
And now the fun part is going to be when I go back in a week and say, okay, how are the soccer cards doing? Listen, I was put totally on the spot. I had 15 minutes to put together a display, and that's what in that moment's time I was able to come up with based on what they had. So I don't know. It was a super fun task. I was up for it. It was really fun.
So you Like, what was the thought with the different row organization? Like, what were you going for? Because that was my evaluation, but I'm curious from your side.
That I think something to note about modern soccer is it really started around 2014 when there was 2014 Prism. And then you had 2015 Select, 2016 Select, 2017 Select. Topps Chrome started 2017, 2018, and so on. So everything you see on the top row is very early year Select, which a lot of modern soccer collectors like. So the fact that I'm able to show, and there's really levels to this, because if you go through every player on the back row, I purposely made sure there's a different country represented by every single player. There's Mexico, there's Costa Rica, there's Netherlands, there's Germany, there's England, because my thought was, for anyone that walks into the shop, especially in New York City, a very diverse place, you never know what kind of cultural background someone's going to have. So I tried to spread that out as much as possible.
That's smart.
But it's a lot of early year Select parallels, which modern soccer collectors like. So if you see in that back row a bunch of early year Select, oh, cool. The red parallels, the blue parallels, it might make you ask, oh, are there any more of those? Well, it just so happens there is a whole nother 2-row box of Select numbered parallels.
Ah, okay. So a little morsel to continue following those breadcrumbs you talked about.
Yes, there you go. So I'm leading people. I'm creating the breadcrumbs this time.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah. And then, of course, I came away with a small little haul as a result of, because I'm going to buy stuff anyway. And, I do them a solid. They give me a decent deal on some stuff.
You got a little cardboard compensation.
Yeah. So this was just fun value box stuff, a Derrick Rose rookie card, because I'm starting to realize that I'm probably going to set up at some point in the future, whenever that is. Okay. So I'd like to have some really cool $5 to $10 value boxes. So we got a Derrick Rose rookie. We got a Stephon Marbury rookie from Topps Youthquake. This is a fun one. Italian soccer legend. Maldini, autograph numbered out of 97.
Huh. Okay.
Ready for this? He's number 3. Sneaky. Didn't even know it at the time. The jersey numbers, bro, they always find me.
Wow, you're a magnet.
Always find me. And then this pickup. A 1977-1978 New York Knicks yearbook. How about this? Look at Willis Reed on the cover there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What a vintage. Look at that collar.
Unbelievable. And the 77-78 yearbook, it's in mint condition. So that was such a fun haul that I was able to come away with for that 15-minute task that I think I crushed.
Yeah, that's great. You could add that yearbook to the gift that Rachel got you.
Precisely, which also came from Alex's MVP.
There you go.
Yeah, so I paid like $120 for that lot, the cards and the yearbook. So that was fun.
Nice. Well, good for you. Who knew you were a showcase designer at a card store?
Well, I wasn't, I guess, until today. I could have done better, but 15 minutes, bro. I was put on the spot. That was the best I could do in the moment.
Yeah, you were on a play count. You were on a minutes restriction when you got subbed in.
So exactly. I was ready to be subbed in. I've been watching from the sidelines because you got to stay sharp, but I'm ready to be subbed in. I went to Bleecker. I was ready. I made some deals. I go to the shop, the one around here. I need to do the showcase. I'm subbed in. I'm ready to go. Always staying sharp. Always in the bullpen, just staying loose.
You're like Tony Gwynn in the batter's box.
Tony Gwynn. Ready?
Oh.
Ready? Tony Gwynn.
Oh, nice. That's a single. That's either a single or a double. The Tony Gwynn hat. The Tony Gwynn hat, socks, shoes, jersey, bat, glove, armband. That's great.
And when I purchased this, Tom from North Jersey, our boy, the Star Wars collector that you know.
Oh, yeah, Tom. Yeah.
He was right next to me when I bought it. So I'm like, Tom, you know how important this card is to me. As a podcast listener.
Right. Tony Gwynn, he's a Crosstown Cardboard staple, that's for sure. Always hitting those singles. Yeah.
So we were sitting on the sidelines watching, being ready to sub in. I'm in the game right now, baby. And I'm not going to be subbed back out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you really are Josh Hart. You're just going to play the entire game.
Yeah. As long as I'm needed. I should probably not get ahead of myself because soccer season is starting back up, but
yeah,
we'll always find a way to stay active here.
That's right. Wow, we had a lot more to talk about than I thought. That was great. Great stories. Wow, you came in right off the bench and you were on a heater.
I think my storytelling was pretty solid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, we could do a whole episode on this, but I read a book while we were away called The Philosophy of Money.
Okay.
Psychology. Sorry. The Psychology of Money.
Okay.
Really great book. And there was every other page, it felt like there were direct parallels to cards.
Oh, we should. I would love for you to make those connections in another episode.
Next time.
Okay, bro. Well, good that we're both subbed in. We're back in the game.
We're in.
Good to be back. Good to see you. Glad you're right back in to your rhythm.
You as well.
Thanks, bro.
Peace.